Yo, actually, Tourani, I noticed something so crazy right now.
What you notice, bro?
Yo, Ray's the first person on Bigger Dreams podcast that's actually not from Toronto. That's crazy. Jeez.
Wild.
That's so
history.
dope, man.
Making history.
Oh my,
G.
we always wanted someone Hollywood.
Oh my god.
Actually, on second note, get the fuck out. I'm not playing, bro. Get the fuck out.
I can agree with him still.
Oh,
Let's go, big man.
interesting.
It's Toronto versus everybody. Let's go.
Get out.
Let's go. Keep it moving.
Bro, I'm not playing with you, bro. Like, this doesn't even make sense, bro. You're not from the ends, bro. Get out.
Oh,
Get the fuck out.
Damn, Drake. See what you did? All right. Yeah, I got it. Fuck this foot. All right.
Name the players on the Lakers.
The starting five.
Yeah.
Bron. We got Brow. We got Lemon Daddy.
Who the fuck is that?
That's Austin Reeves.
That's what y'all call him?
I mean, you know, Lemon Daddy, or you call him, you know, White Mamba.
White Mamba's crazy.
That nigga's, he's nice, bro.
He is nice. I
You
can't
sure?
lie.
Hey, there's Black Mamba, there's White Mamba, my G. You know what I'm saying?
Wow. Okay.
He's
Who
home
else?
cooking. We drafted him. Well, undrafted him, but, you know, we put him on the squad.
He's not from LA though.
He's not from LA, but
You claim him.
we claim him. He was our rook.
What about that new white boy?
Connect.
Hard. Yeah.
Hey, yo, pause, bro.
Yeah, pause, but you know what I mean. You know what it is.
Yeah, that boy cold.
DK is nice.
That boy is cold,
DK is nice.
bro.
Yes. Westside Connect.
Yeah, bro.
hard.
He's sick.
Yeah. That's
He's
what I'm
actually
cooking.
a baller. And
I
he's
know what
still
you're
growing.
getting to. Are you gonna ask me about Bronny?
Nah, bro.
Okay.
Come on, we know where that is.
Yeah.
I don't need that.
There you go.
That's daddy.
I didn't want to say anything.
That's nepotism, bro.
Yeah, please don't make me say
That
anything
is
about
super
that on camera.
nepotism. Come on, we know that. We know that.
Bronny's nice.
Yeah. In house league or YMCA.
Bronny's nice.
Yeah, bro. Maybe in your church league.
Hey, shout out the church league.
He'll probably fuck
out
up
to
your
church
church league for real.
Welcome to Bigger Dreams podcast. We back, motherfuckers. You already know.
Believe that.
Took a little break. You know, I had to get right.
Took a little break.
You know.
Back like I never left.
God damn it.
Yo, welcome back.
You
We
know what
missed
I mean?
y'all. You know, it's been a couple months. It's been a couple months.
Yeah.
We back in this bitch. You know, we're rolling. We're so excited to be back. T, how was the break?
I was actually gonna ask you, how's the break, bro? How you feeling? You know.
Man, you know what, bro? I feel like I shouldn't even be recording right now.
That's crazy.
Truthfully, but you know what, bro?
We do have a special guest.
I love this shit. I miss this shit, and like, it's only right. It's only fucking right.
Yeah.
You're right.
We gotta get
We rolling though.
Yo, we treat this shit like a sport, bro.
But we back on the road, no?
Hell yeah.
Like Gucci Mane and Drake.
Damn. Like that?
Yeah, we back on the road.
Like
We're about to go.
DeRozan and Drake?
Okay.
Whoa.
We're not doing that right now, big dog.
Yeah.
Because like if you want to, I'll rinse you on the pod right now. Big
Rinse
wild.
me.
We're not doing that. You can't tell me a man gets in a video and you tell me I gotta respect you after.
Oh,
On
no.
that. You know what I'm saying? But again, at the same time, it's like, yo, that's my dog.
Bruh.
I grew up with the man. Gotta know. I grew up with the mandem.
Keep the beat phone
You
wax,
know what I'm
guys.
saying? But it's like, I get where the boy's coming from. It's like, yo, man,
That's what I'm saying.
I get it, but I still think they're gonna be cool. I think it's just like right now.
Time
I
heals
get
all
it.
things,
But it's
I
like
guess.
at the end
It
of the day,
should.
it's like,
I see where
bro,
he's
he
coming
grew
from.
up with the man. He's from Compton. He's there. Their families know each other.
Stay out the music video.
Nah, fam.
That's my opinion.
It makes
that's my take.
sense. It
gotta-
makes sense.
you gotta
'Cause you
keep
gotta
it
understand. All right, see, this is what I gotta tell you. Now, what we have a LA person in here, he's gonna tell you the same thing, and I've had this conversation with him and other people.
Over and over.
Bro, it's their culture there. They love this shit. They want blood in the fucking game. They wanna taste blood. That's what
That's
they
valid.
love, bro. They
That's valid.
love, and I told you this before. We had this conversation on the pod. I said this. I said, bro, I had conversations with my people, and this is exactly how LA people feel.
Don't you
bro.
guys have King of the Dot out here?
You know what I'm saying? We do, but it's not like, it's crazy that you say that. We do, and it was a big part of the Toronto culture, hip hop when it first came out, but it just got, I don't know if it got forgotten, but when it came to this, I feel like
You guys have Battle of the Beats, all kind of
you know what I'm
shit.
saying? But we're not looking at it like that because people in Toronto are saying like, yo, that's the best artist in the world. Fuck what y'all think about. You know what I'm saying? They're thinking this beef is real. They're not understanding like this is just a sports.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
They think people really don't like him. Well, I still think some Americans don't like him because he's Canadian, but that's a different story.
That's been since
Right.
he's came out though. Like
That's my
he
point.
already knew that.
So now we taking it to heart. Like, what the fuck, y'all don't like us because we're better than you? Fuck y'all. We won a chip. Y'all didn't believe that we gonna win a chip. We won a chip on your head top.
with a guy from
Jeez.
LA.
Keep
Don't
going.
matter. We won a
Keep
chip
going.
from the
Keep
head
going.
up, right?
Keep
We won
going.
a chip
You're
on
interrupting,
your head
Ray.
up.
You're fucking
I'm
interrupting, Ray.
just mentioning
That's
that a
cool.
guy from LA
That's
helped you
cool.
win a championship.
But where did he
That's
go?
fine.
He went back to LA.
That's
Did he win a
fine.
championship with a better team? Nah. Our city won
I
that
just
shit.
want to point out
Our fans won that shit.
that LA
You know what I'm
has
saying?
always
Our
had a
energy
great
won that
relationship
shit.
with Toronto.
You know? When we were down,
That's all I
when
wanted
we
to
were
point
down
out.
2-0 to the Bucks, and all of America turned their back on that guy from LA and said, "Oh, he's cooked, he's done." The city never turned their back on him. So as what I'm saying. So we done beat you there. We done got fucking
Wait.
the best two of the best artists. Of our generation.
Will it? You beat us where?
We done got a chip on your head top. We didn't beat you. That we can never.
Oh,
beat.
okay.
Come on, what you wearing? I can never beat. I will never do that.
Yeah, I was about to say
You know what I'm
18
saying?
championships.
Yeah,
a lot
bro.
of championships.
Cash
to
to
catch
the
up
Celtics.
with.
Go chat to the Celtics. Don't chat to me.
Yeah, that's
You know what I'm saying?
that's a valid question.
Yeah,
Valid.
I'm not having that conversation with you.
Yeah, that's valid.
That's all I'm saying.
Valid.
I'll go have that conversation with motherfuckers in New Orleans. So.
Yo.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, respect to that.
Or Atlanta. I'll go to
Yeah.
Atlanta and be like, yo,
Sure.
where y'all at?
Sure, yeah. I don't think
Or
they have any
Orlando.
in their franchise history.
Did Atlanta win? I don't think so.
I don't think so. No.
Atlanta, no. I don't think Atlanta won, right? And Orlando ever win? No.
No.
I'll go have that chat with them people.
Yeah, facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Yo, introduce your boy, bro.
Sure.
But fuck all that shit, because
Here we are.
We here, Toronto,
Talking
LA.
basketball early.
We loving. We got love, peace. You know how it is. This is my brother. I mean, I can't introduce him. He got to introduce himself, because you got to introduce yourself too, because
Yo, you know what? No, it's only right. Yo,
To that.
yo,
Like,
cause
See, you've been
I'll tell you
rusty.
what.
You haven't been on the pod for a minute, eh?
Nah, it's
I gotta
'cause-
call you out.
No, because like the thing is, this is the first person who's not from Toronto. This is the first Hollywood mans we have. So we're
I'm
gonna
actually
we gotta
from New
do it
York,
different.
but it's all right.
I
It's
know
all
he
good.
doesn't even know.
I'm gonna still
Yeah.
do my thing, but yo, it's
Sure.
only right. It's only right. It's the first man not from Toronto. You know.
Sure.
Introduce yourself.
Oh, well, hey. My name is Ray, a.k.a. Fly City Ray Daniels. And, yeah, man, here we are.
Fly.
You dig?
Jeez, you already know it's your boy
Yeah.
Matt, aka Easy Money, aka Babyface Killer,
Hello.
aka Mr. Talk to Your Ex, and be respectful.
What? Hey, yo, that's wild.
Hey, she's on the market. She's on the market.
Hey, yo, when did that? That's new. Guys, he picked that shit out new, bro.
Yeah, I don't even know. I'm just
Where
chatting
were you,
shit.
bro?
Don't leave
What
your
about
girl
his
Yo,
story,
alone,
bro?
Mr. Borrow Baby Mamas, Mr.
Borrow.
Rent Your Girl, Mr. Blockbuster, your auntie. You already know.
Damn, yo, watch
He's coming
your
for y'all.
aunt around
Gotta
Mr.
hide your fucking auntie,
I'm
your
doing
mama,
the
your
most.
baby
I don't know what
mama,
to do other.
your
Should I be
ex,
respectful? Should I be ignorant? I don't
your
even
girl,
fucking know.
had them all.
Trust me. You
So
already
where does your
know.
girl belong, though?
That's funny you asked that. You know, usually they would go in the junkyard, but we're gonna be respectful,
That's crazy.
right? We're gonna toss them right beside the blue bin,
In the green bin,
right beside the green bin.
upon the street.
Yo, we've created a new pink bin. It's on the block. They're coming around. You know,
Every Thursday they pick it up.
we compost that shit, bro.
Wow,
you see
for
what's
the
up.
night.
Yeah, I already know.
You see what's up.
Wow,
TT.
Crazy. It's your boy TT, aka Young Jesus, aka Walking on Water, cause I'm so fresh.
Hello.
Jeez.
You know the deal.
Yeah, my shit was underwhelming. Goddamn, what the fuck was
That's
I
okay.
doing?
It's your first podcast, bro.
Yeah,
What
true.
is it? Second, third,
That was rookie shit.
bro?
I don't know, bro. I mean, he's a man behind the camera.
Yeah, that's facts.
He
I
does
can't
a lot
even chat.
of shit.
Like,
I mean, I ain't gonna say it. He gonna tell you what he does, bro. So I don't know if it's his first podcast.
Yeah, how many
But I feel
podcasts
like
have
that
you been
Toronto shit was
Have I
caught
been
him off guard.
on? Only this would be like my third or fourth.
Okay.
Yeah,
He's outside.
He's not a
bro.
rookie.
something like that.
He's not
Yeah.
new to this.
Like actually, as
He's
a
been
guest.
around the block.
Actually, as a guest, yeah,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
my
yeah.
fourth time.
Okay, cool. Oh wow.
Yeah, shout out to Flacco. Shout out to Come Through Pod. Shout out
Come
to
Through Pod. Shout out to Return of the Mac
Accelerated
Pod.
Radio. And I think there was one more that I'm missing, but shout out to them too.
We doing some shout outs right now.
Hello.
Return of the Mac.
Shout out Return of the Mac. Shout
Come
out
through
Duke.
pod. Our sisters. Shout out
Hello.
to you.
Hello.
Shout out y'all.
Shout out to our sponsors. Next Level Shisha
Ooh.
and Aria Cafe.
Yes, sir.
You get the best coffee,
Next level.
food,
Talk to him.
incredible. The vibe is immaculate.
The
You can bring
aura.
your
It's
shorty,
got
You
aura.
can bring your woman.
That's the new
you can
thing to
bring your
say.
baby
It's
mama.
got- it's
you can
got
bring your
aura.
side girl, and she can enjoy all
It's
of
giving
this.
vibes.
You know, you're giving a white girl. But shout out to Lifted Soul too. Shout out my boy.
Shout out Lifted Soul.
Shout out Lift this up.
You're him, big dog.
I ain't get in, but you got some bad shorties walking that runway.
Yeah, because I didn't
Let's
wanna
not
start
talk
with
about
you,
that.
bro.
Hello.
Back to Ray.
I didn't want to get back.
Back to Ray. Yo, Ray.
Motherfucker forgot. Motherfucker forgot his ID trying to get
Nah,
into a place.
we're not
What's
talking
your
about all
ID?
that.
That's
Madas.
There's no forgot ID.
Come on, man.
Madas, bro.
Hey, yo. Ray.
That security guard
Where
was
we
being a
at?
dickhead stuff.
It's all good. Yo, Ray.
What's up?
Mans don't know you.
Mans don't know
Yo,
you.
Matt's been trying to roll up on me the whole day. What's good with this?
That's crazy. Shout out to my boy, bro.
Yo,
What's up?
I actually don't know. Like, where did you grow up? Like, talk to us.
Yes. Shit. So I'm originally from New York, born in Staten Island.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So you're not even a real LA man.
That's what he's trying to tell you, bro. You just
getting
don't
there.
listen.
Getting there. I'm in my 30s now, so I moved to LA when I was 10,
Okay.
and I basically went to like the end of elementary, middle school, and high school. So I feel like I'm mostly from LA.
That's
Yeah.
valid.
But most of my family is from New York, so I still have those roots, and I still claim it. Why not?
He still has the
Yeah,
East Coast in
it's,
him.
it's a West Coast and an East Coast thing.
Yeah, he still has the East Coast in him.
Yeah,
It's
so
very
you get a
like-
little bit of California love, and then you get a little bit of that East Coast hustle.
So you grew up in New York, right? This is where we at.
I would say born in New York mostly. Grew up in
Till
LA.
you were 10.
Till I was like 10. Yeah.
What's your like biggest memory in New York that you got?
Biggest memory in New York.
Or like the most fond memory that you have of New York?
Those ferry rides
Ooh.
from Staten Island to the city.
Ooh.
Yeah, those are
I've done that
always
once.
very interesting. Every
You're a
single
Staten
day though.
Island boy, eh?
Yeah, Staten Island boy. So Wu-Tang.
Wu-Tang?
Yeah, there you go.
Jeez.
That's like the talk of the town still to this day. But
I mean, that's one of the biggest to come out of New York. All of
yeah,
New York.
Yeah,
Let
literally.
alone Staten Island.
Literally.
Especially those days, bro.
Yeah, that mentality still kind of is just like rooted in that part of town for
Yeah.
sure. Like,
Staple Inn or Park Hill?
For me, I was born in Mariners Harbor actually.
Okay.
So Mariners Harbor, and then some of my family is from Stapleton,
Gotcha.
that area. So like where, like Raekwon, Chef, Ghostface,
Yeah.
all of them are from. I think
Yeah.
Method Man is from Stapleton too.
No, Method
Park
Man.
Hill.
Method Man and Raekwon are Stapleton.
Okay.
And Park Hill, I think, is Ghost.
I gotta check.
And
the
then
facts.
RZA's in the middle.
I gotta check the facts. It's
Yeah.
been a minute.
Yeah, it has been
There's
a
a lot
minute.
of parts of Staten Island, even though it's hella small.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the blocks weren't that far from each other.
No. hell
Stapleton and Park Hill, like,
This
very.
is all like a mile away.
yeah,
from each
yeah,
other.
yeah, a couple blocks.
Type shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How'd you get in the music business?
That's a great question. My pops actually had a hip hop magazine. I was messing around with music, in high school. Like always.
His own magazine?
My dad had his own magazine. He doesn't do that anymore. He's more into radio now.
Was it big?
I would say like independently, he was doing his thing. I wouldn't say it was big. It was like you got your Source, you got your Double XL,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then you got your independent magazines. So he was definitely doing his thing in New York, and then he was kind of like making his way down south and doing his thing and making a name for himself. But on a Double XL level, no. But I would say on an independent scene where
Impressive still for an
yeah,
independent. Yeah.
for sure. You know what I'm saying? Still making some money on a print is tough. You know what I'm saying? And he was doing that like late 2000s.
Yeah,
so.
that's when it was really going down.
Yeah, exactly. So, but I think the backbone to that business, which kind of like really introduced me to the music business side of things, is we were doing like showcases and a lot of like industry mixers. So I got to see like kind of the difference between an artist that's really putting on and an artist that like really can't get two people to show up for them. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, it's a big difference.
So, like, what made you want to get into it?
It's just always been a part.
Like, where did you start? Like, what was your first role in the music business?
My first role in the music business
and how old were you?
was 18.
18, okay.
Yeah, fresh out of high school. And I say my first role was basically like an account manager for my dad, like in like the hip hop magazine space, just like selling ad space to artists. And the way they would pay for it is by doing showcases. So they would sell tickets to a show, and I would kind of pay for their ad space in the magazine. So that was kind of my like intro point to like, oh, okay, this is advertising. This is a business I'm in, and this is how I can help artists. This is the bridge. Like, you know, put yourself in front of people. We have the venue. We have this, that, and the third. And, you know, you get that advertisement, you know, from being in the magazine.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you have a dope ass brand.
Appreciate that. Thank you.
Original SSCO.
Yes, sir.
I like that. It's
Thank you.
super fly.
I appreciate that.
I want to know, like, talk to me about like growing a clothing line and like, you know, obviously like you're not in retail at all. Like, is it all online?
It's mostly online, yeah, e-commerce.
Yeah. So tell me how you rely.
I do some like consignment with small independent stores, but it just depends on like what they're about. Like if they're like a vintage store, I'll usually like do consignment with them just because their stuff kind of fits what my brand aesthetic is. But getting started in clothing, it's just something I've always been passionate.
How long has it been?
I rebranded it in 2018, so it's going on 6 years now for original SSCO. But for Sleepy Stoner, I started that in 2015, so that would be 10 years next year.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's pretty crazy.
Yeah, and it's something I'm gonna do for life, so it's not like anything I plan on stopping anytime soon.
What's like an underrated challenge in the clothing or fashion industry? Well, clothing. Let's keep it clothing. Like, what's something that most
storytelling.
People
Yeah. What really like separates a lot of people's brand is just like the messaging. You know what I mean? Like Nike is like a really good example of like what good storytelling and quality marriage is. You know what I'm saying? So that they're always like, I mean, you know, the athleisure and like just quality of sneakers and everything else that comes with their brand. Yeah. They're, you know, like the Apple for clothing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, yeah. Does that answer your question?
Yeah, that definitely answers my question.
Okay.
Tell me more about the business. Like, what's the hardest parts about it?
Cash flow, I'd say. Like with any business, you know, I think when I first started, I wanted to do like 100 SKUs of everything and just do a bunch of different whatever. But like, you know, as you get older in the business, you understand like, okay, my business is not with everybody. It's best to serve a certain market and have a few selections versus 100. You know what I'm saying? And then also like pricing wise, making sure that your margins make sense. Period. Like if your margins don't make sense, you're not going to make money.
And it's hard in the clothing business, right? Because margin.
Very, very hard if you're not paying attention to math, basically. Like, you know, only you can determine like what makes sense for you mathematically, how you're shipping, how you are sourcing your product. Is it, you know, print on demand? Is it, you know, inventory? Is it high quality? Is it low quality? Is it mid? That is all up to you, and your margin depends on every decision you make. Right? Depending, even the carriers you choose. Even if I decide as an American to ship to Toronto, that's a cost, right? So like, it might cost me $10 more to ship out here. So if I'm selling a shirt for $25 and I bought it for $8, I'm probably not making no money if I send it to Toronto. That makes sense.
Yeah.
I'm probably not making no money, period. But that's just, you know, you'll do your own research at that point when you figure that out. Like, you know, anything, if people are supporting your brand because they think the price is low and cheap, then you probably need to re-strategize at some point, because the math isn't going to math at some point.
It's not going to add up.
No. And what I've learned is most people, like, they know where to get their cheap shirts and stuff from, and as a online business, you probably want to sell your stuff for higher quality and have higher quality, because that builds even more trust quicker online than it does in brick and mortar, because you're depending on foot traffic. I'm depending on whose shopping centers are in the center and who's coming here daily, versus online. I can just make a really good ad. You know what I'm saying?
Everything's online. Everything's on socials.
Yeah, everybody.
Social's powerful.
We all
now.
got our phone in front of us. And
Yeah.
it's always talking and listening to us, right?
Right.
So, you get a really good ad, put it in front of people, and, 2, 3 people, 4 people get those products back. They love it, and they're going to do the marketing for you. They're going to post it on their social media because
the word to mouth marketing.
Yeah, they paid for it, and they're happy about it. They see the packaging. They're going to be like, oh, shout out to this brand. I fuck with them. This is high. They're going to tell the market everything that you want them to know. So the best thing you can do as a brand is, one, just focus on good marketing and good quality clothing, and the rest will handle itself.
We got something new coming?
Of course, man.
Jeez.
December. I'm diving more into like cut and sew. For the most part, like, my brand has been solely based on like just t-shirts and hoodies. That's where I found my niche. But I want to do jerseys and stuff. You see, I wear jerseys a lot. Yeah. And I really want to tap into like my childhood story line, which is really centered around basketball. So you'll be seeing a lot of
cool.
Basketball centered marketing.
You gonna do a tech fit for me?
Say it again.
Can you do like a tech fleece kind of?
Maybe. We'll see. We'll figure it out. If not this year, maybe next year.
Why, bro?
Who do you think you are, bro? You play in a church league.
Yeah,
I told you, bro. You play with men with bigger bellies than me. What the fuck you talking about?
That's crazy.
I'm trying to fucking walk in there looking like Central C, bro.
Definitely not looking like Central C. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, you wear original. Sorry, you wear original SSCO. Like, what do you think of it?
It's my shit, dog.
Yeah,
You know how I feel.
feels comfortable.
Of course, those tees are my favorite. I actually have two windbreakers, and they're one of my favorite windbreakers.
That's fire.
I have a yellow,
What's up?
and I have the yellow and black nostalgia. If y'all don't know about that black nostalgia, go stream Black Nostalgia.
Come on, bro.
Come on, bro. Black Nostalgia.
Stop
that was
playing
the
with
time, and I'm gonna let him talk about it more. But I just met Ray, maybe a year and a half before, or a year
Sure,
before,
yeah.
because that came out 2019.
Like 2018.
It came out 2019 or 20,
Yeah, you might be right. 2019.
2019 it came out.
Yeah, sure.
Because I met you 2018.
You said the album came out?
The album came out
2020.
2020.
Yes.
So I met you, yeah. So 2 years before I met.
Yes.
Or 2 years after I met you. And we had been talking a lot,
Yeah.
You want to do this. We both wanted to do something like that.
Yes.
Or we can collabo, but I guess
Just didn't work out.
Yeah, just the timing wasn't right.
Yeah.
Around that time, we were going through so much, both of us.
Yes.
We're trying to figure out
Young
this,
A&Rs in the
that.
business.
Yeah, we were very young. We were doing
Yes.
internship at that time with
Yes.
Grassfed.
Yes.
Shout out my big bro Niall.
Yes, sir.
Shout out Elise too. Love you, cuzzo.
Beast.
Shout
Beast
out
mode.
everybody at Grassfed. Shout out Natalie. That's my boo.
Familiar.
But nah, for
Boo
real
is
though.
crazy.
That's my girl. Like, that's my dog. You know
I
what I'm
understand.
saying? No, that's my twinski. She knows that's my twinski. But yeah, and it's
Am I
like,
your twinski?
Shut up, bro. Nobody care about you now. I'm talking about my guests. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I remember we were doing that, and then 2 years we were having conversations. I came and saw you 2019.
Yep.
Right? In 2019, 2019 was a year that our friendship got so much stronger.
That was a good time. 10
that
days.
was a good time. It was a 10-day trip.
Yes.
And
Did
Ray,
you do that twice? You did.
Ray got sick of me.
You did 2 laps 10 times, right?
No, one was like 8, and one was 10.
He did 2 laps with me, huh? That's crazy.
The first one was like you and Niall a little bit.
Okay, there you go.
Because I came with you when we went to San Francisco.
That's right. That was your first time.
Yeah, so I slept over like 1 or 2 days.
And then the next time you were like, no, I'm staying with you.
And then the next time, yeah, but I brought some people with me.
That's right. Shout out to
Paul. That was that. You know what I'm saying? But
Word.
This man got sick of me at one point, but then we made up. I remember we hugged each other. We're like, I love you, dog. I love you. There
was some cultural difference. That's funny. That's funny you brought it. It was just cultural differences.
It's just like Toronto, LA. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, bro. In America, we don't reach over people's food. It's like a very like rude thing, and he didn't know that. And I was like, "Hey, bro, don't do that." And he was like, "What you mean? Like, what happened?"
I don't even remember reaching over your food, to be honest.
It's okay, man. It's all love. We hugged it out.
I don't even remember. But it was.
Y'all are greedy, eh?
Are we greedy? I don't know.
What'd you say?
He said we American. Maybe Americans are greedy because it's
I don't know. I think it was might have been
obese.
that, but I think it was also like it was 10 days with 2 other people in the crib. You know, there's so much going on, and your girl was there. Shout out to Ash.
Shout out to Ash.
You know what I'm saying? Like there was so much happening, and I think there was small factors that led to that.
Sure.
I don't think it was just like me reaching over your fucking food.
Okay.
I mean, if that's what it is, I'm gonna reach over your food every day now, just to piss you off. But no, we hugged it out like the second last day.
Y'all are pinch, yo. Allow, man.
And then,
He wants to try it, bro. He's touring, bro.
I called you when I broke my ankle.
Oh no.
And then going forward, he's like, yo, like I'm about to do this, bro. Remember, because it was a pandemic, and after the pandemic, you just sat there. You're like, "Yo, T, I think it's time for me to do this shit, bro."
Yeah.
And Black Nostalgia, this is a story because of Black Nostalgia, bro.
Yeah.
Black Nostalgia is one of my favorite fucking independent projects. It's not because he's my brother. It's just like I feel like he has so much energy and passion and love to what he wanted to do.
Yeah.
That if you knew the man, you listen to it. Even if you don't listen to it, because I remember I played it to one of my homies. Shout out to Terrell. I played it to him, and he's like, bro, this is fire. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is cold.
Yo, shout out to Terrell.
A couple of my other homies were listening to it. They're like, yo, this shit is fire. Like,
word.
The production, it was very, like, soulful. It was very, like, deep.
Yeah.
You know, rooted in the culture. Sure. And the whole story, too, you know, what you're talking about. Mm-hmm. I mean, we good. I'm going to let you talk about it.
Sure. Black Nostalgia, that was my first project, but I wanted my first project to like say something and be like a story. I didn't want to just put like a random collection of like thoughts on a project. I felt like that didn't really, I felt like everybody's first album is like their whole life bundled up into a project. For me, I just kind of wanted to like tie in the storyline between what was going on in the world and what was going on in the world in the 60s. I just felt like there was such like such a parallel in America at the time, with the election and everything like that coming up, the pandemic, Black Lives Matter, the civil rights movement. It's all pretty much the same thing. And then what really inspired that project was my relationship with Quinn J. I had got inspired by a Miles Davis documentary on Netflix, and like the next day I was just like, yo, where is like really that whole night I was just like banging my head up against the wall like, man, where is like the old school rebel musicians, not just like producers and rapper, like where is the musicians, where is the like guys that do it all, or that like kind of like push the envelope when it comes to art and music. And I felt,
you talking about Quincy Jones?
No, Quinn J. Quinn.
Okay. Oh.
Quincy Jones, is obviously somebody
Rest in peace.
Yeah, rest in peace. Somebody I look up to as a producer.
Right.
I mean, I don't really play instruments, but I feel like I have an ear, and like I can put the right people in the room and really get a track from start to finish. But Quinn was a guy that I felt like he's more than just an artist. He's a musician.
Got you.
You get what I'm saying? And he was kind of like the backbone of that project. Him and my cousin, Grayson Beats, Jason, basically he's like a 90s producer.
Okay.
And he really, growing up, I always just looked up to him because he had a boom bap sound. Like, he has a very throwback, vintage 90s sound.
Right.
So, even when I started music, when I was kind of like rapping and messing around with music as a teenager, he would always be kind of like a guiding light and kind of showing me like, you ain't never heard Protect Your Neck, shit like that. Like, he would put me on a new music, Big Daddy Kane. So, like, my 90s ear is very, very astute because of him. And that's why I'm such a harsh critique of what's going on now, is because of, like, all the music education that I've had over the years, from the early 2000s to the early 90s, mid 90s, late 90s.
You're not fucking with these new sounds?
It's not that I'm not fucking with it. It's just I think it's very lazy a lot of the time. And a lot of people lean on, oh, I'm getting money, versus, like, you can perform that fucking art form, bro. Like, the top of the game is always going to be spitters. You know what I'm saying? Even Drake, you know, you can say how big he is, how many bops he has, but he still takes the craft of writing serious and puts bars and words together in a
That's
in
for
a way
all you
that
motherfuckers that think he has ghostwriters. Y'all need to study the industry.
Well, even if he did, right, it doesn't matter. They're still formulating the songs in a way that says this man can rap and deliver raps.
Right.
And in the 90s, we didn't care about that either. That, hence Eazy-E.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. Like, it's really what's coming out the speaker. You get what I'm saying? Like, how
I rate that.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, that's how I view music.
Yeah.
But I also grew up in music. Like, my whole entire family does music.
Right.
Like, my dad was an R&B singer. My uncle was a keys player for John B for many years. My cousin's a producer. My whole family is, like, into the church, singing and shit like that. I grew up in the choir. So music is just like, when you asked earlier, like, how'd you get into music business, I was kind of like, well, shit, I kind of grew up. I kind of grew up in the music business, but, like, the business side of it started at 18 for sure. Making money off of music, yeah.
That's so dope. Yo, before we get into anything else, we're just gonna take a quick break. We'll be right back.
For sure.
All right, we back. We
back.
We live in this motherfucker. Yo, I want to ask you. You're a creative director right now.
Yes.
What does a creative director entail?
A little bit of everything. It's a little bit of every job that you can imagine, and it's very hands-on. So basically, I have to speak crazy because artists tend to have, like, elaborate imaginations, and there has to be some type of, like, execution in that. And everyone's not built to, like, be in the studio and spend that amount of time and kind of filter through all these different ideas to get to one, you know? So my day-to-day looks like, you know, photography, behind the scenes recording, but also like strategy, like planning. And then also what I've added to the job, which, you know, some creative directors I'm sure will be adding to their job, is just, you know, the technology side, making sure, like, the artist that I'm working with is collecting data in the process, meaning, like, getting their super fans information. You got a question based on that?
That's interesting.
That was intriguing, huh?
Yeah, no, it's like, so, like, you have to have your hands in, like, a lot of, like, you have to be good at multitasking.
What I just listed was a bunch of different jobs, but you just say creative director to kind of get straight to the point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that what you want to do long term, or you want to do something
For sure,
different?
I definitely would like to have a creative agency where all those different jobs are being executed by a team. You get what I'm saying? Instead of just me. You get what I'm saying? Like, I'd like to have a tech
Elaborate
department.
on that. Elaborate.
So at some point, I would like to have an agency that kind of just does every single job that I'm doing by myself. So like a team that comes up with, you know, storyboards and style, a team that comes up with just content and reels, a team that just focuses on ads, a team that just focuses on, you know, photography and marketing, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. So that's ultimately what the end goal is. But I think in order for me to run a company like that, it's just essential that I know how to do all those things myself.
Right.
Yeah. and raise that type of money and have a success story to have on my resume. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, okay, this person's album was #1, made some money, took that money, I invested that money, and the rest is history. That's what my next 10 years looks like.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Goals.
Hopefully in the next 10 years, we'll be talking about all the history
The
we've
shit
made.
we did.
Yeah, exactly. You know about that firsthand.
A little bit. Just a little
We'll
bit.
talk about that.
We
Yeah.
talk about it a lot.
Ray, you're so
Yes.
Hollywood, bro.
Really?
Yo, honestly, for the men who don't know, I want to know.
Sure.
All right, whatever you're comfortable reviewing, of
Sure,
course.
go for it.
Like, I don't know, like,
Go for it.
Go for it. Let's see where it's
Let
going.
me hear this.
yo, name some of the biggest artists you've been in the rooms with.
Biggest artist.
Mm.
Okay, Keisha Cole.
Ooh,
That's a good one, right?
I actually just found out she's dating an
Snow
artist that I
Allegra.
like.
Snow's
Snow
not
Allegra.
big.
Snow Allegra.
I love Snow.
Omarion.
Hmm.
Let's see. Hit Boy. No ID.
No ID.
No ID. Yeah, I didn't work on it. Like, I was working on an album with No ID for my boy Elijah. I was doing like all the behind.
Elijah
the
Blake?
scenes.
Okay.
Yeah, Elijah Blake. Adam
Shout out
Silvers.
Elijah.
I think I can keep going. Chanel Trees. You guys know who Chanel Trees is? It's a lot. It's a lot. Sway Lee.
Nice. I seen that.
Should I stop? Is that a lot?
No, keep going,
Keep
keep
going?
going, keep going. This is cool.
Shit.
If you're at this part of the episode right now,
BJ the Chicago Kid. was a
Yeah.
dope one. That was a very, very dope
some of
session.
these names might
That was
intrigue
recently,
you.
no?
That was definitely recently, yeah.
Yeah.
I remember you telling me about that.
Yeah. I'm gonna stop there just because like
That's cool.
there's been a lot. I'm like trying to think of them, and I feel like I'm just going really
Okay,
slow.
so listen, you've been in the room with a lot of people.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Do you notice something in common with everyone that's great?
Yes. Their work ethic is admirable. How quickly they put together ideas is admirable. Yeah, I would say that their work ethic and just like how on and intentional they are about making their music and how they want it to sound. Like, yeah, that's definitely a common thread.
Like being particular?
Yeah, being particular, but also just knowing like what they
Like a
want to
vision?
say. Yeah,
Yeah.
knowing what they want to say and being clear in like the first hour of them making the song, like start to finish, damn near having it done. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Your cousin's very, one of those type of people.
Who's that? I don't know who that is.
Mr. Nasri Atway is very,
Oh, yeah.
very, very talented songwriter that I work with right now, and he's one of those guys that can definitely start an idea and finish it within an hour, and it'd be like something incredible. You know what I'm saying? So,
I remember that session we had with in Toronto the first time he came.
T
through
minus.
with T. I didn't really want to drop the name, but okay.
It's okay. We were dropping names. Mr. Matt said.
I know,
drop the
but I
name.
don't.
Oh, excuse me.
Matt's a
Hitting the
puzzle.
art.
I'm just a guy, bro. I'm just
You're
the
a
East.
groupie hoe.
I'm just
You're a groupie hoe.
I'm
I've
just the
called
East
you a
End man,
groupie
bro.
hoe.
I'm just the East End man guy. I'm just the East End guy,
I don't
bro.
want to hear you, bro. You're not. You're suburbs. You told you drive tractor to your fucking convenience store.
Oh shit.
All right, but no, going back to that that session was crazy because there's like about 4 ideas that happened within like 4 solid and one, I would say 4 really good, and out of the 4, there's one that was like solid idea that was just like, okay, you can hear
Where
this
that's
can go.
going.
Yeah. And that was what, in an hour?
Literally, yeah.
An hour or so?
Yeah, that's why I really learned like special songwriters and producers are typically, they'll work on songs more than an hour, of course.
Right.
But that the ingredients that we love, that we hear out the speaker most of the time, that was mostly cooked within that hour. Like that's where like most of the magic happened within that song. Then the technical shit happens later.
For sure.
Yeah. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah,
Okay.
you're good. Yeah, speaking about him, I wanted to ask you like what
About Nasri?
yeah.
Okay.
Like what stands out to you? Like you've worked with so many people as you mentioned, like
Sure.
you name dropped a lot. Like
Sure.
like there's obviously something that has to be like unique about him that
Yeah.
you might see.
He's just a very prolific songwriter. Just if I can just be frank about that, like, from the time I met him, he's just always been a person. When you listen to the songs, you'd be like, this shit has like a beginning, middle, and an end. Like this is like a real like thought out song. Whether
There's a structure.
It's a structure. Like he's a very good structured songwriter.
Yeah.
And as somebody who like grew up loving songwriting, like that, I listen to lyrics. When I listen to when I listen to music, I listen to lyrics.
Yeah.
So, a lot of the time, like when I'm in the studio and he's making his songs, I'm like, damn, that was.
You got bars.
Yeah, you got bars, and like
bars.
I'm really admiring how you're creating the bar with that melody or the tone or whatever it is. You know what I mean?
To tell him that yesterday, I'm like, boy, you got bars.
Right. So, to answer your question, it's just like, the man could write a song for a Skip Marley. The man could write a song for a Justin Bieber. The man can write a song for a Shakira, Gwen Stefani, Adam Levine. He's all over the place.
Yeah.
Which means at the core of it, he's just a really good songwriter.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying?
One of the best you've seen?
Yeah, for sure. Definitely.
pretty cool.
And definitely one of the most like he's able to bring stuff out of people and like explain with his experience his point. Like he made a really good point about like I'll give you guys, and it was like some super sauce. He was always like, yo, in most of the hits that you hear, like there's always like a grand line, and then it's like, oh shit, like he made a really good example. I can't think of it right now, but when we see him again, we'll probably bring this back up. But there's always like a big line, and then it's like, then the nuances come later. And I was like, that makes sense.
He sees things different.
Yeah,
That's
he sees
interesting.
things different, but like he knows how to tie a song together, and it makes sense, and it just and it still move you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Which is good.
Yeah. I don't want to talk too much. I can go hours talking about that, man.
Yeah, true. He's a genius, man.
Yeah,
genius
he is.
songwriter, bro.
He is. He's
you
definitely a genius.
Through and through.
And if you know, you know. It's crazy because that session with T is when I really like, I'm like, okay, yo, I'm not boosting him because that's my big bro, my mentor, and all of that.
Yeah,
like, because I always saw it, but to see that.
Nah, you're not glazing, son.
Yeah,
like, it is what it is.
You're seeing other legends in the game and other people saying like,
yeah.
Yo, you're him, bro. We studied you. Like,
it's legit.
We were looking up to you and what you were doing and your creativity, and your genius, you know, the music genius that you have. So, but anyway, it's kind of crazy actually, because we were talking. You were asking me about one of the questions in there, and I want to bring it up. It is a full circle moment because you started, you know, at least this new journey. With Magic, when you decided to be kind of in the behind the scene from the camera, and it was
that was over 10 years ago.
But it's like, like it's like shit. You started before Rude came out, and now Wednesday we got a whole show, the 10-year anniversary, and it's kind of crazy. It's like
it's very crazy, and just
because you started there, with the cameras and stuff, and then. You know, you went into the A&R, and then you went into the executive producing, and then the writing, and now you're kind of back at a different, similar but different.
I actually have a job now.
Say what?
I actually have a job now.
Yeah, but it's like
I'm not just an intern.
Big up
and
yourself.
you're
That's
doing
big,
a lot more.
man.
Of course, your role is a lot more, but it's like you were their camera guy.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And now we're here 10 years later, and it's like. You're not just the lead singer's camera guy. You're doing so much more with him too. Sure. You know what I mean? Yeah. Talk to us about that a little.
The journey, or
just a journey, everything. How does it feel to you?
It feels good, but it still feels like I'm on the journey, right? It doesn't feel like it's a end or anything like that, or like it feels like I'm still just beginning. To be honest with you, but. I feel like this chapter, I'd say, is filled with a lot of optimism and a lot of hunger. You know what I mean? A lot to prove to myself. And also just curiosity as far as where could I take this challenge? This is a challenge for me. It's not working with a genre that's my comfort zone. It's actually working a little bit outside of my comfort zone, but still applying basic business principles and creative principles with a relationship that's been there for 10 plus years, which is it's fun, and it's just it's a challenge that I'm eager to just continue to attack every day. Yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah, man.
That's so dope. That's so cool.
Wow.
I want to ask you something interesting. I mean, I want to flip the script.
Let's hear this.
I'm ready for these.
I mean, listen, you've been around a lot of. I'm telling you, you're Hollywood. You're a guy out here.
Here we go, bro. This guy's is such a groupie. He didn't even spill my water, bro. The motherfucker's such a groupie.
Was that me?
Bro.
Did I do that to you?
Nah, that was me, bro. This guy's a groupie, talking about, listen, bro, you've been around. Bro, act right, man. What's wrong with you?
I'm a photographer. I'm used
Act
to
right,
this.
bro.
So, is there
Bro.
is there a hidden truth about being around a lot of people who are famous or celebrities? Is there something that most people on the outside looking in won't really
Illuminati, is that what you're asking me? Let's just get to it.
You see what I'm saying? Act right, bro. Lock in. What are you doing,
I have not been invited to any of these
bro?
parties.
It's our first show with a non-Toronto man, and this is how you acting?
Very
act
boring.
right, bro.
Very boring.
What is wrong with you?
I don't have any diddler stories
Got
for
me
you.
embarrassed out here, bro. Talking about there's Illuminati.
I really
and
even
shit.
hate saying diddler on camera because I grew up such a big fan of
I'm
Diddy.
so
I'm
confused
sure
by that.
a lot of people did, but obviously times right now are
Man, talk to your
shaky.
boy, bro.
But yes, I don't have any
No.
wild for the night stories in Hollywood. No, I do not.
I'm not having you interview no artists anytime soon, bro.
No.
We need to work on
all
the
of my stuff
I don't
has
know what the fuck's going
been
on.
pretty respectful. I've always gotten paid on time. Everyone's treated me pretty well in the business. Been very professional.
I think you misunderstood my question, but we're gonna keep.
I misunderstood the question. I thought you were
What's
asking
talking about?
Illuminati.
I don't know.
Who you talking about? It
What we
sounds
talking
like you
about?
talking about secret society or some shit.
What
Nah.
was the question?
Act right, bro. Lock in. Go ahead. Say it again.
Well, yeah, shoot that one more
Say it
time.
again.
I think I shot
no,
it
it's-
too
it's
quick.
Nah, say it again.
Nah. I don't know. I feel like it just got taken Nah, it's just because you've been around certain people in the industry,
Sure.
people who watch this podcast, they're interested in the music industry. Is there something about people in the industry that when you're actually meeting them in person, it's people are curious about who they are as persons and they don't get access to them.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So is there something about people in the industry
That makes them special.
Tell them that they're aliens, bro.
No,
Men in
honestly, you'd be surprised how
because some people don't for example, on the outside looking in, they might not even be human to you. You might love an artist so much, it's you know what I mean. So it's that's kind of more what I was
Sure.
Tell
Most
me
of the
how
time
he's
when
a
I
groupie,
meet
yo.
celebrities, bro, they are the most human in person. And
Actually.
yeah,
Actually, the most.
the most human, and it just be it just kind of it'll. I don't want to say burst your bubble, but it's just kind of it's like me and my homie chilling, bro.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? So
Yeah.
that's mostly been my experience with most celebrities is they're not really celebrities in the environments that I end up meeting them in. Usually it's in a studio too, right? I did have a couple of experiences where I just ended up at this Rock Nation brunch adjacent thing, and it was mad, but that's not really catching them in a off they're in celebrity mode type of thing. So when I met J. Cole,
He's
he was
talking
kind of
about the red carpet. That's what he wants
yeah,
to know.
oh what do you mean
He's thinking about red carpet, celebrities on the red carpet.
Nah, yeah, that most of the time when I meet them, they're not on that type
What's
of time.
your perspective about this? Now I'm gonna twist this question on you, bro.
perspective on
what do you think these celebrities are like from
No.
the outside looking in?
You think they want just like yellow M&Ms and shit like that? You want they have these crazy writers and shit like, or like demands, or just like
that's funny. Just yellow M&Ms.
like they have like wild like demands and shit like that. Is that what you're kind of alluding to?
No, like because
some might.
Like sometimes, like for example, like you meet an artist and their personality is so different from their personality as an artist.
In my experience, I haven't been through that. Most of the time, like
Who'd you meet? Who'd you meet like that, or like where'd you hear that from?
Like their personality in real life, that's like they could be playing a character in their artist. That's not. Like,
sure. I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't
like
know.
some and that like could shock you type shit. You know, like is that a common thing? Or are people like?
I don't think in my experience that I've met anybody that like threw me off as far as like if they had an over the top artistry and then they were dumbed down in person.
Like they're puppets, is what you're saying.
Yeah,
Not puppets, more like they're put on an act.
Yeah, like
on a show, entertaining us.
Yeah.
I haven't met any celebrities like that. Most of them are pretty down to earth.
Maybe we're not there yet.
Yeah, I haven't met like the Bruno Mars type.
Yeah, I need to meet like the Taylor Swift, Beyonce.
Yeah, those are like next
A-list.
level.
Like I was even thinking like Doja Cat. Like if you see Doja Cat,
Doja Cat is who she is, bro.
Yeah.
Doja Cat. Is, what she shows you online is who she is in person.
Yeah.
And I can tell you that not because I met her, because I know people that sat in the room across from her. They're like, "Oh, this fucking girl. This is like the same thing. Like ain't nothing changed."
Right.
She's her.
And honestly, too, like with social media, I feel like celebrities are always kind of giving you their candid self at some point.
100%. They have to.
Yeah.
You can't escape who you are.
Yeah, they're always kind of showing you like what the fuck they're into or what they're eating or whatever the fuck they're doing that day. So
Yo, Tourani's a celebrity.
Yeah,
in Toronto.
Yo, he low key. That's
a group.
Yo, it's a fact.
Yeah.
It's a fucking fact.
It's pretty.
Yeah,
it's pretty accurate.
Thank you.
Relax. I'm just a normal
brother.
Thank you.
I spilled water, guys. I
definitely
spilled
popular.
water on myself because of this guy. Lock in, bro.
Hey, if you need
I'm
to
locked
get
in,
into
bro.
some clubs in Toronto,
No, don't do that. Don't do that. Chill. You don't know me. I don't know. If you see me at the door, I don't know you.
he said,
I don't know you. And if you think you're a pretty girl and you can just come in for, I don't know you. I
I seen it firsthand.
I'm celibate. I can't touch
Can I
nobody.
say a story?
All right, he shut it down, but
Can I say a story?
I've had a great time.
Yo, can I say a story?
You have a lot of stories. So which one?
The one at the club, the ID check that I saw.
Sure. You saw me.
That was so. That's a good Tourani story.
Sure.
Yo, Ben, you gotta hear this. So, yo, I was chilling with Tia outside the club, and he's doing security, and this girl's pissing him off. He's fucking pissing him off, and she just has a friend, right? She just wants to get in and whatever, and she thinks because she's the DJ's girlfriend, she could just fucking, she's VIP. Anyways, so Tourani's had enough of her, and he's checking her friend's ID, and she has the purse, the one that like, it's the rectangular one that they open. It's like a book type shit. Yo, Tourani, like checks her ID and just chucks her ID in the fucking thing
I
that's
didn't
open.
chuck it. You making it seem like I like. It was just like it was like this. It was like this. All right. I seen her ID and she had the thing open. I just went like this.
Yeah, like in her thing, like he didn't give it to her.
That's
just
not
like,
chucking.
like,
That's like, yo, here, I got you. I'll lay it in your thing for you.
No. This is what he didn't say, because he was so in work mode. Yo, her jaw dropped. Like she was like, she's like, are you fucking rude type of, like, you know what I mean? Like, are you didn't give it to me, you fucking threw it in there, right? So I'm just backing up his point, bro. If you're just because you're pretty, doesn't mean you're getting it.
Yo, I'm just saying it's crazy because I just got a message from some of my people talking about, like, some people saying, "Oh, security's rude." You know what it is? My problem with a lot of you motherfuckers, and that's crazy that it just happened, and I'm bringing it up to the podcast. I don't even give a fuck. You know, this is my problem with you, a lot of motherfuckers. A lot of you entitled motherfuckers think because you are the guest at the club or you fucking bought a ticket, or you fucking spending some money that you run the club. It's not your fucking club, bitch. There is rules. I'm doing my job, so you either listen or I'm gonna be rude to you. Because you're drunk, you don't want to listen. You think you can do what the fuck you want. Fuck you, fuck your mother, and fuck the couch you sleep on, and fuck the bed you sleep on. You
God
bitch
damn
ass.
it.
That's how I feel. I'm in my security mode today. How about that, bitch? You want me to be rude? I'm gonna be rude. Ho.
Make sure y'all zoom right in on him.
Stop, yo. That was epic. That's a song.
I don't know this life.
That's valid. That's valid.
That's
That's
if
valid.
you know me, you know I'm not rude. I'm just telling you.
That's
Respect and follow the fucking rules. It's simple. Get in line. Give me your ID. Quick search. Go inside. Don't act stupid. Don't suck dick inside the washroom. And don't fucking think this is a makeout session. Go home and fuck. Simple. It's so simple. And don't smoke weed inside the fucking club. What's so hard about that? It's simple.
It is simple.
My bad, bro. I don't know why we brought club
No, that was valid.
but I just had to share it because I literally just got a message from the boss saying, yo, look at these reviews, my boy. I wasn't there for 2 days, but we'll see. We'll figure it out. I got to figure out what's going on. God damn.
That's crazy.
Damn. You know what? That was one
It's
of
life.
that might be the best crash out on the podcast
Hey.
ever.
I'm glad I was here to see it.
Hey, big dog. I got you. You still had a good time, though.
Hey, you know.
That was tough.
What we do? We do everything last time you were around here.
Bro.
Both parties.
I'm not complaining. I was trying to alley-oop the plug, but you said nah. Like,
What plug?
you the plug, bro.
Oh, nah,
Yeah, bro.
sure.
I was trying to
Famous,
alley-oop you,
dog.
but you was like, nah, I'm
No,
shutting
we
that
outside.
down.
We do have fun.
We.
We do have
You
fun.
heard we, not you, motherfucker.
It depends who you are. Listen, if I fuck with you, like my Crody here, holla at me in Toronto and I got you. We'll have a good time.
Hey, see, LA gets love. Minus that skit, right? You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. If you come
Jokes,
with
guys,
attitude,
jokes.
I got you.
That's so
Shit.
good.
Yeah, we outside. We outside in the city. You know what I'm saying? We do our
Definitely.
thing.
Definitely.
Yeah, but we stay
The
humble.
week is young. The week is
We
young.
do our thing. We do our thing.
Yes,
It's
sir.
nice. It's a nice vibe, man. The city has a nice vibe when it comes to coming out, partying. There's a couple places I didn't take you that I think we would have had a lot of fun.
Okay.
Like that Sunday party. We should have went to that Sunday. party
Yo.
yesterday.
Yo,
Oh,
Tourani's
man.
a Sunday superstar, bro.
The Sunday party.
Hey,
was
that Drake
crazy.
Hotel.
They're
vibe
literally
is-
superstar
It
boys,
was like a
bro.
Drake Hotel vibe, but
Yeah.
it's more on like the EDM dance vibe.
Oh, interesting.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And it's just like, just pop bottles get fucked up. You know what I'm saying?
Exciting.
It's like a different. But that vibe, that party that we went to, that was a party that there's a brand behind that party that gets thrown every summer. You know what I'm
Gotcha.
saying?
Gotcha.
And that party was crazy because we were playing bare Afro beats.
Yeah, I fuck with that.
Tough dance hall tracks.
Hell yeah.
But that's the lineup, right?
Yeah.
The lineup that was there, those DJs, that's what they're about.
Yeah, we don't get those vibes in LA like that.
That party, I'm glad we went to that party.
Yeah.
'Cause we're about to go home.
That's true.
We just left Coty. We were like, all right, let's just get out of here, go get some grub, and then link up with the man that later.
Right,
We're
right.
supposed to go to another club later.
Yeah.
So we're just like, bun, let's just go get some
Honestly,
food.
I be drinking so much with him. It's like,
Oh, bro.
it'd be a little bit of a blur sometimes. So forgive me.
Yo, first day he was here. Ooh.
That was a blur.
Ooh, he don't remember nothing.
That was a blur, bro.
He actually doesn't remember nothing.
No, not really.
That's
He woke up,
crazy.
he looked at me, he's like,
He introduced me to somebody. I was like, I don't remember meeting this guy, but I'm sure we met and we both were blitzed
yeah, you had shots. You had tequila shots
with this guy.
with him.
That's
He was
crazy.
at the club.
I don't remember that guy from Adam,
Yeah,
bro.
It's crazy.
That's fast.
His first day, bro. Turned.
Yeah.
It was a Sunday. You landed on a Sunday, no?
Yeah.
Yeah, you landed on a Sunday. I came scooped you, and I'm like, yo, we're gonna go eat, and then we're going straight
On
to
a fucking Sunday on the Lord's Day.
Oh,
Yo, what's the
I
main differences between LA and Toronto for you?
Being outside, like, I'm more of a homebody, honestly, bro. So like, this guy is extrovert. He wants to be outside, so we was outside, bro. Loved it.
It's crazy because yo, when people are not like, when you don't pull up, I'm out. I'm not really outside. I'm working. I'm working.
Fooled the fuck out of me.
I'm working. I'm at the club. I'm working. Like
the
unless
fuck
it's
out of me.
like, this summer I was outside. I can't even hide it.
you
I
were
was
not
outside this
inside.
summer. I tried to lie and said I was inside. I came.
Y'all are day.
I was outside, baby.
This guy is daytime and nighttime
Outside.
superstar.
Oh man, no, I was outside. But then, if I really like think about it, it was 1-2 days that I was outside, and it was usually Sundays because that's the day that I'm off. But I'm working, bro. I'm at the club.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I was at the club mostly. I wasn't doing nothing else but working at the club on the weekend for like 4 or 5 months straight, and then doing other stuff, podcasts,
Gotcha.
this, that,
Yeah.
right? So summertime, when you got here, that was like, okay, I'm coming out.
Shit.
And then August came, I was
You
like,
popped out.
Oh, I'm outside. August was
Extra.
Y'all were outside.
Yeah,
August,
we
I was
were.
outside, bro. I went to the same place every Sunday for like 4 or 5 weeks in a row.
Yeah,
You know, I think that too is
I was
like
outside.
everything is in closer proximity in
Yeah,
Toronto.
yeah.
Like you guys have your designated suburbs and then you have the city. Like LA, everything's kind of spread out because there's so many cities in LA.
Yeah.
Like there's Santa Monica, West Hollywood. Those are 2 different vibes. You got Culver City is a different vibe. Downtown is a different vibe. Arts District in downtown is a different vibe. The Valley is a different vibe, right? Hollywood is its own touristy vibe.
Yeah.
So
you have North Hollywood.
North Hollywood is a local vibe.
Yeah.
So, and then you got South Central, which is like a hood vibe, right? So, yeah, it's spread out. It's far, like, and there's traffic. It makes it even further. So, Toronto, the biggest difference is like the close, like I can walk damn near everywhere, or it's like a close car ride.
Yeah. We did some walking, but
Yeah, mostly like I felt like it was a strip mostly of clubs on the same strip, and then maybe like we drove to like AM,
PM.
PM, and then
That was a cool night too.
yeah. So I was like, but it wasn't far. It was like 2 blocks, right?
From where we were originally, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, everything is kind of close if
we're
you're
close.
driving
Where were we at
wise.
first? We were like at an apartment.
Like downtown.
No, at first we went to were we at apartment? No, we went to the boat party that day. Remember we went to
We went out like 4 nights, bro. So
the day we went to AM/PM, we were at a boat party for my boy Jesse. He was shooting his music video.
sure.
Shout
Just
out
to answer
Jesse.
the question, it's just closer proximity in time.
Yeah,
Let
and
me
then
get because we can go on this tangent forever. Right?
Yeah.
Well, we went to Cold Tea and AM/PM.
Yeah, like everything's closer proximity. I feel like everybody kind of knows each other here. Like LA is like just depends on what like scene you're in. You'll know people, type thing. That makes
I mean, we went to that little strip, me, you, and Cuz, that one time, and it gave me a similar vibe to Toronto
gotcha.
with like the clubs there.
Yeah, that's West Hollywood though.
Yeah, and then it was like that strip alone. It gave me a similar vibe to downtown Toronto. It was just
Yeah.
okay.
That makes
Even that place that we went to, that Barney place, was it Barney's? Mm-hmm. It was just like okay,
The little
this
dive
is-
bar.
Yeah, it was just like oh, I see this.
That's West Hollywood.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know.
Hey, you want to cut right here?
We'll be right back with a little intermission because I spazzed on you, bitch ass. motherfuckers. But we'll be better.
You gotta chill, bro. Actually, yo, you have like a lot of you have a lot of experience in the industry.
Sure.
You've done like a lot of different roles,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mhm.
Like a lot of people who listen to this podcast,
Mm-hmm.
like not all of them are just like fans of the music industry. Some people might like be in the music industry or just starting it, like starting in it. Like, what advice would you have for someone who's like, or even someone who's just even been in it for 5 years and they're like trying to make a name for themselves?
Artist wise or behind the scenes wise?
Both.
For an artist, I would just say, keep your craft first. Make sure you're always working on your craft and trying to be the best artist you possibly can, the best songwriter, singer, whatever it is that you do best. Keep that top of mind, and then also either get with a smart team that knows what they're doing or educate yourself. One of the two. For behind the scenes people, I would recommend finding a trade within the business that's very valuable. a trade, not like
What's an example of a trade that's valuable?
a trade that's valuable. Engineering, right? Every artist needs an engineer. Like, that's, you know, a very good entry point. Or find a camera, pick up a camera and get nice with it. Every artist needs pictures. They need video. You know, if you're good with like lighting, if you're good with stage production, if you're good, if you're a musician, that's a trade. Technically, you know, there's always a need for a session player. There's always a need for a road, you know, bass. Like, and I feel like these are, you know, trades in the industry where like they're always needed and they get paid. You know, a dancer is a trade. You know what I'm saying? It's a tough trade, but it's definitely a trade. There's always, you know, a job for a dancer. You know what I'm saying? Just really keep your eye on like, how could I make money in the business, and try not to get into like arbitrary like roles where it's not really valued. You just don't be a hanger-oner. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you want to be a manager, make sure you're executing and getting shit done and cultivating relationships, because, you know, you're really leveraging a lot on the line when you're a manager, because they have to make money off what they earn. They have to eat what they kill, right? It's not like you're going to get a paycheck. You're going to get a payout when that artist gets their payout off the top. So be very mindful, like, what you're doing in the business, right? Like, whatever job you decide to get, make sure, like, you know, you can live with the results. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not easy. You know, music business is a business that keeps evolving. Jobs come and go, you know. So that's why I say find a trade and just, you know, make sure it's valuable. That's my best advice for anybody.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
That's the same in life, right? You know, when you get out of school, find a trade. Make sure you know there's something, you know. That's why I guess a lot of parents recommend, like, their kids go to school and be a doctor or a lawyer. You're going to get a job that's going to pay you. So that's what I recommend, like, getting a trade, getting some type of, like, expertise that is going to pay you, that is valuable to someone else. You know, try not to be arbitrary, like random in the field. Like, make sure you know what you can do good, and that makes money.
Damn.
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Say that.
People that inspire me in the business. Nip Hussle. Nipsey, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Why does he inspire you?
Nipsey was very innovative with just sticking to his roots of being independent. You know, whether he was fully independent towards the end of his career or not, he found ways to leverage his independence. Like, his first album officially came out on the label at the end of his life, but for people in LA, we feel like he has 5 albums out. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how much those things meant to us. Like, it was, he had, like, for us, it's been he has a catalog for us. He owns all that stuff. Yeah, he has a.
You listen to it, you bought it.
First time I went to the Marathon store, it was, you know, full of technology that opened my eyes up to, like, oh, tech and streetwear could be a perfect marriage. Like, we can be nerds and still be cool. You know, we can think. We could be innovative. We don't have to just be, you know, like, hip hop could be intellectual again, because I feel like for a while hip hop was just always categorized as like some that's just hood, and, you know, it's always been more than that. It's always had more elements than just hood shit. There's art, there's dance, there's, you know, music, of course, then there's the MC and then everything else, the fashion.
Like surface level. Like, that's
right. You know, it's been very surface level for a long time, and, you know, he definitely, I would say Nip definitely had an example in LA that, like, you know, we can do more than just surface level gangster rap. Like, as an LA artist or a LA rap scene, like, there could be fashion incorporated, there could be technology incorporated. Oh, we could take our earnings and, you know, invest in things like follow coin, where we could, you know, start to look into things like Bitcoin and, you know, things of that nature. Like he was on to different things that like opened up people's mind to different avenues in the music business. The Jay-Z's of the world that kind of showed, you know, we could take hip hop as far as the NFL, you know what I mean? Like we could create relationships to where now we're, you know, curating the halftime show. Other examples of inspirations of business and hip hop, Master P. Wow.
And I'm gonna say,
yeah, from being an artist and a CEO, you know what I'm saying? Showing like, you know, I could leverage an 80-20 deal, you know, like he showed people like, he showed Cash Money their blueprint on how they get money, you know what I'm saying? Oh, we don't have to get a, you know, just a standard label deal. We can get a distribution deal and control all of our marketing and control of all of our decisions in the business. So there's been a lot of different like examples in music for me besides Diddy, you know, those, right? Hip hop wise and just music wise that have inspired me. Even like outside of hip hop, like Tina Turner's of the world, like being able to revitalize her career in her 40s, I think was like one of the illest things I've saw. Miles Davis being able to innovate all the way up into the end of his life, you know what I mean? Legend, you know, that's like I said earlier, Miles Davis led me to my relationship with Quinn J. Which I think is a young version of Miles Davis. He's very like, you know, driven and, you know, very nuanced with jazz. And, you know, sometimes he's talking way over my head when he's talking jazz, but it's still interesting. It's like, oh wow, like I'm happy to just be a sponge, because most of the time I'm talking to somebody and I'm talking over their head. It's nice to just be quiet and just be like, wow, shit, I ain't know nothing about John Coltrane and this and that and the third, whatever you're talking about. Like, it's nice to know that, or nice to know the nuances of jazz and study that and incorporate that into music, into albums and shit like that. Yeah, man. So a lot of different examples. Even like fashion designers, Jerry Lorenzo, fucking Virgil Abloh, Kanye. You know what I'm saying? Kanye. You know,
Virgil's different.
Virgil, Kanye. You know, even the guy that does Denim Tears. A lot of these different designers have, you know, brought a new element of cool to the fashion world and bridging the gap between hip hop and fashion again, you know what I mean, in a way that's even more like seeing hip hop artists on runways is cool again. You know what I'm saying? I like that.
What do you think of the guy running Rude?
He's dope, bro. You know, I think a lot of what he's doing is what I was talking about earlier, is just making sure, the storytelling, making sure the partnerships, making sure the quality of the brand all align with something that's high quality and that something that people can get behind. Because at the end of the day, like I said, Nike is the Apple of the clothing business, and when it comes to streetwear or like athletics, so you always kind of want to reach for that gold standard of quality, because they don't just have quality, they have technology to back it up. You get what I'm saying? Like, they're not just making sneakers, they're testing their sneakers, they got science proven into their sneakers, their designs are curated in a way that's going to be comfortable for your heel and this and that and the third. So when you're making clothes, you got to consider all these things when you're making patterns and stuff like that. Like, how does this fit a person? Is this person going to be comfortable in my shit? Are they going to want to take it off after 5 minutes? Is it going to scratch and break after 3 washes? Like, you want to make sure you're on top of all that stuff. And then you want to make sure, like, when someone gets it in their home, that they're in love with it just off the packaging alone. That creates a lifelong fan, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, on the nerdy side of that, the technical side of that is just making sure you get that data. You know what I'm saying? Like, you get that name, address, phone number, email, all that at the end of the transaction, so that you can continue to curate that relationship.
Free game.
Yes, sir.
I got a question.
Bigger dreams, man. That's what we here for, baby.
Yes,
Dream
sir.
bigger, you know what I'm saying?
You know, you're mentioning
Yes.
Nip and everything. I don't want to get too political or anything.
Sure, rest in peace in it.
Yeah, for sure. Big rest in peace to that man. He's it's funny because I feel like he inspired some of us people out here too.
I'm sure.
You know,
I've seen a lot of Crenshaw like merchandise out here.
Yeah, and it's just like, of course, after the person passes away, more people dig into his story and things like that. But like I remember listening.
I can see how that would resonate here because there's a lot of Eritrean.
Exactly.
Okay, yeah.
Like our East African culture,
Sure.
a lot of them here. Mm-hmm. And I remember listening to Nip, and was just like, damn, like you have an impact, you know.
For
like
sure.
You want to tell a story about the struggle and how to get out, and like you said, how to boss up basically, and be cool in whichever way, whether you're a nerd or whether you're that.
I think he was just a very good audio and visual representation of South Central LA. Yeah. Like.
So my question is, who is more an LA staple or like a West Coast staple, Nip or Dot?
Oh, that's nuanced. I think they both brought something to the table that I think their generation, when they came in, because they came in together, they
very similar times.
Yeah, I think they just their impact are pretty equal on different levels. Like, you know, Nip represents independent radicals and, you know, bringing people into the technology age and being more of a teacher, being more of a CEO. Dot really ushered in the mainstream. Dot follows the same lineage as like a Snoop Dogg.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right,
like
right.
bringing in the mainstream
Right.
dominance of the West Coast back. You know, he's in the same category as a Tupac. Even Nip would too.
Been there though, because like
but I would say
so excited for the next album.
Because his first like official album, according to the industry, was incredible.
Phenomenal,
bro.
yeah.
It was incredible. That it's funny he's saying that because I remember we were chilling at my old crib, and he literally pulled up on me just to listen to it at 12 o'clock.
Yeah,
we're sitting in my car.
But that's over the time. He built that anticipation over 10 years. He took the stairs. So you got to understand, like, there's a nuance to why people love Nip. Like, if his first album came out in 2010, he knows he probably wouldn't have had the same impact as Dot because Dot had the full push of a Dr. Dre. He had the full industry rollout.
Behind him, yeah.
Right. Nip was smart enough to understand, like, you know, I'm going to have to get this the hard way because I don't have these cosigns. The industry is moving in a different way. But even in 2011, he had his own website. You understand what I'm saying? In 2011.
Yeah, I know.
That's actually wild. Because people right now don't have a website. Right? So let's just think about that for a second. And this is before your iPhone had fucking 4K video on it. Right now, your whole music industry is on your phone, right? Like before, you had to actually get on a fucking laptop and enjoy Nipsey Hussle. Right. So, my thing is just, you know, it's just nuance different, bro. So to answer your question, I think they both kind of have similar impacts, and you can tell by Nip's funeral, like.
Yeah, bro. I mean,
yeah.
I still remember the day I heard the
God
news.
is a god in LA.
I was fucked up. I was
on my way to Cancun. I remember.
Yeah.
I was so fucked up about it.
Because I used to listen to Nip, and I remember Nip because
Icon,
he
bro.
He was in the XXL magazine with Big Sean. With all of them, man.
Yeah.
And that's when I really dove deeper.
Nip is like the people's champ too. Like you could see Nip in the streets. Like I've seen Nip a few times. Like
I would love to meet him, bro.
Early in the morning, getting out of the studio in a 7-Eleven, grabbing his Swishers or his whatever.
You saw him around?
Yeah, bro. You see him riding around in his Maybach. Like you know what I'm saying? He's like, that's what I mean by celebrities. Kind of like, and you know, unfortunately, that's probably why he's not here with us. But it's just like he was a pillar of the community. Like he was part of the community. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, you got to know your celebrity, but at the same time, it's like he felt like he was just a leader of one of us. Like he was one of us, but he
took on a leadership role.
He just took on a leadership role. Yeah. So you know, he would be around. You know what I'm saying? You could see him. You could go to the store and see his brother and maybe see him.
Can someone argue that Nip is more for the culture than Dot?
No, not at all. They're nuanced. Like K-Dot is a mainstream celebrity for sure because he's loved everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Nip is probably more.
Is he loved out here?
I mean,
Yeah, man.
He still has fans in Toronto though, for sure.
Yeah.
He'll come and do a show soon.
When
he drops the album,
mainstream marketing dollars put behind him. Nip, not so much, right?
Yeah.
Nip earned everything with his like determination, his innovativeness. So it's nuanced, and the people who are like me who enjoy independence and entrepreneurship, we fuck with that.
You're gonna go towards that.
You're gonna gravitate towards that regardless, and you're gonna gravitate towards K-Dot because he's a Snoop Dogg type of representation of like, this is mainstream hip hop in L.A. This is what he represents, a whole coast.
Right.
So does Nip, but it's like that's more niche. K-Dot's more mainstream. Yeah, you know. But even though Nip's influence is more mainstream now because of the internet, it still didn't have like Interscope type dollars pushing that globally.
Yeah,
he had to earn that globally, which is speaks to more of his genius.
Oh man, I would have loved to seen his next couple albums.
Icon, bro. He's an icon.
Because when he got the label and I seen that first one, and I seen some of the videos that he had on Victory Lap.
He's a smart guy, bro. Well read.
Oh, bro, you're coming hot.
Yeah.
Had a couple videos on there, and I'm like, okay, you're about to take over the industry.
Yeah.
Like, do you remember we sitting in a car?
I was really excited. Yeah, I honestly thought.
I was like, yo, this boy is about to take over the industry.
Yeah, but you also listened to an album that took over 10 years to make, right? So
of course.
You were listening to like the highest quality offering that he can present to you.
Well, I listened to his old stuff.
Yeah.
That's not the thing. But it's just like when I saw that, and I agree with you.
Yeah.
It was like, oh, this is a process of 10 years of him literally putting in work to get to this point.
Yeah.
And it's like you're seeing it and you're like,
you got to agree with his decision.
oh, bro, you really did this shit.
Yeah.
So now I'm more excited to see what you got next because your next couple ones.
It takes more dedication to like take the stairs.
You know what I like? This is a random thought that I just got. I like that they didn't drop like an album after.
A posthumous album?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm so glad. I don't know why I'm not a big fan of him.
Mm-hmm.
Me too.
Because it just feels like,
I'm not going to lie.
It feels soulless a little bit.
Yeah, because it's like the artist, maybe the artist wouldn't agree to shit like this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's not like artists are saying, oh, well, I'm going to make this.
It doesn't have their nuance added.
It just doesn't feel right.
Yeah.
Right? And I'm so glad
I like
Victory
Victory
Lap has every nuance that.
It's so him.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't want to hear songs that he recorded.
Yeah.
That he's not
finished.
doing a music video.
Yeah.
Or he has not finished that you just finished yourself as an executive producer.
You want to take a quick break and then we.
No, you're good.
It's counting down.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, you're good. You're good. No, that's yeah, and like even just like the chatter because the Victory Lap had been out for a little bit, right?
Yeah.
The chatter about his second album, you know what I mean? Like it was supposed to be the one that was gonna take him in the mainstream for real.
He's about to blow up.
Yeah, man. Shout out, man.
He blew up.
I ain't gonna lie, and that's to my point.
He's
Is like I didn't really anticipate a second album as much, just because I felt like I've been served as a fan over the years.
For sure. But
you
you're
know what I'm
talking
saying?
for somebody who's from the West Coast.
Exactly. That's
right?
my point.
Yeah.
That was my point in the nuance between both of them. Is like
you still got what you want from I Got You.
I got fed.
Even with Dot, you still got it with, from Good Kid, Mad City to Damn. I don't know if we ever talked about Mr. Morale and how you felt about that album, but
I don't believe in every artist should be topping their album every single time. I think
I agree with that.
As a producer, songwriter myself, I just think that's really hard to do. And at the end of the day, like, if the project is good, that's all we could ask for. And then I also think that artists are allowed to experiment in their music. I don't want to have the same thing every single time. Like, go listen to that album if you want that.
I think it also depends on the artist that you're expecting from. Like a artist that is like a pop artist is gonna give you a similar sound to certain things.
Sure.
Right.
And I'm probably gonna hate it after the third
and it's
one.
like, yeah, but that's cool. But then you'll have the other songs if they're great artists. Example, Drake.
Yeah.
If they're great artists, is that he'll can give you the same sound, but it's giving you different sounds within one album.
Flavor.
And then that you're like, yo, bro, I'm going to still bump this shit after the club because this is for me.
Like, you know, for me, like, Drake probably has, like, 2 or 3 classic albums, and he has, like, 9 albums out, bro. Like, but, like, every album is going to give you at least 3, 4, 5 good songs. So, like, that's all I can really ask for.
What's a classic? What defines a classic album in your
I would just say something that you're gonna listen to over the year. Like, I would just give you one example. For me, that's a classic album. Dark Twisted Fantasy. I think is a perfect album. Confessions is a perfect album to me.
Any album that influences a culture
that's part of it, but I think
album?
An album that really has no skips. Or maybe one skip at most. Like Confession only has one skip, and that's for me.
And that's
maybe My Boo, just because they're like the singles.
And that's I was about to say. You probably saying that because those are the singles.
Those are the singles. Yeah, I've heard it so many.
There's no way. Yeah, it's not like like
you understand? Exactly. That's what I'm kind of.
One record,
and that's what I'm getting at. Like hardly no skips. Maybe one skip because you're just tired of the single. Like. Get Rich or Die Trying, you probably just skip an In the Club.
Crazy. I feel like that about Nothing Was the Same.
Nothing Was the Same.
And it's like I have maybe 1 or 2. It's probably started from the bottom and Hold On, We're Going Home.
Okay.
And those because they were like really.
But you're loving like the Tuscan Levers.
Yeah, but they were very overplayed in our radio.
Sure.
That it just made it like. I don't even want to listen to these songs,
right.
And then you look at the whole album, it's like, bro, there's no skips on it.
Right.
Like, I'm not skipping 305 to Mess City. I'm not skipping too much. You know what I'm saying? I'm not skipping.
My favorite album from Kendrick, ironically, is Damn, I think.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Same.
Yeah.
Nah, I can never.
Because I like it this way and I like it backwards.
Yeah, it's tough.
Yeah. I love Good Kid, Mad City for me, bro.
Really, the first one?
You
like the short film aspect of it?
I loved it.
Yeah,
I think it was so new to it. It's not that it was done before.
Yeah,
but it's just the way he did it.
You enjoy storytelling.
It was just so incredible because it was a twist of West Coast and who he is.
Sure,
because he was hungry, and you're talking about after he came with Section 80.
Right.
And Section 80, he was just like, "This is who I am."
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when it came to Good Kid, Mad City, of him telling that story, it's like, whoa, you're giving me a Pac feel, but you're giving it to me in this new age, and the story is just incredible.
Yeah.
The story was just, I still, in my perspective, I say top 5, top 3 best hip hop albums of all time. Good Kid, Mad City.
Sure.
That's it for me, right?
I went to that
Pimp a
tour.
Butterfly
was
grew
crazy.
on me a lot. When I first heard To Pimp a Butterfly, I was confused, and then it just grew on me a lot. Damn, I don't have a problem with it. I just like I look at it as like a.
It was pop. Like it was like a pop type album.
It's
for
the industry album. You know, it's like the most industry can get, just like Forest Hill Drive
for Kendrick. It's a top. It's his most pop type.
Damn is definitely my 30s album for sure. Like I definitely felt like he was speaking to like black men in their 30s.
I thought about the last album, bro. That's what I thought. The last album, Mr. Morale, bro.
That was more like a Family Man.
Yes, but I feel like it also was telling us men that are coming up to that, yo, heal. You know? Like heal. Like there's a lot of work you gotta do that you're good for your family when you're there.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's what I really liked it. I loved it. I not liked it. I loved that album. Like I remember people talking shit about it online, and I'm like you bugging, bro. What you talking about? Like that boy snap.
Yeah.
Boy talking real shit.
Yeah.
You know? What's the other Drake album that you clearly Nothing Was the Same as one of them for you.
Nothing Was the Same. Definitely the second album.
Take Care.
Take Care.
Take Care has to be for us in Toronto because that was just like
Crew Love.
You remember when Take Care came out?
Yeah.
That city was there.
That's
for
the
him,
only
bro.
album like people can say Views, but to me Take Care was like
Views
the biggest.
too. Views because it was 2016.
Yeah.
So
Passion
the city
Fruit.
was on one, bro. We had an all-star game.
Yeah.
We got Drake. We got Weeknd. We just like, okay, we're popping. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
Tory Lanez just
The
lingering
city's on the
there
cover.
in the back.
Gotcha. And then I think the other Drake album that I really fuck with, the one after Scorpion. Which the one that has like the EDM vibe, not EDM vibe, but the dance music vibes.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Honestly, never mind.
I think so, right?
Yeah, that is what it's called.
Yeah.
That's the one you think is classic.
Yeah, for sure.
I see what you're saying. Okay, I can agree with you on that.
The vibes on that is like,
That's a timeless album
yeah,
because of the vibe on it,
yeah, man.
aesthetic that it gave you.
Exactly, bro.
Yeah.
Like, my thing is like, I love when like artists, like for me, like Ye taking a step into 808s and Heartbreak is a classic album. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, oh, that ushered in to hip hop. Like I know people credit T-Pain, yes, T-Pain for sure. But if Yeezy didn't do it,
Nobody would have done it.
T-Pain would have like
Bro,
fell off the
I
map by now.
remember there was a couple of songs off the top of my head. I can't remember right now the names.
Yeah,
Off 808
yeah,
and the new generation, which was like the Wiz,
Yeah.
the Dot, the Big Sean, the Drake. Those were like the big guys from there.
Nobody would have
And
like
Cole.
mimicked T-Pain if Yeezy didn't
All
do
of
it.
them did the same beat.
Yeah.
All of them went on the same couple of beats that Ye had dropped off 808.
Sure.
And just did their thing spitting. Right? And then kind of merged into that melodic rap that now it's a whole genre.
I remember him having a fight for that. Like, I remember watching 106 in Park and him being like, yo, telling the industry to leave him alone. Like, yo, this is how I want to express myself. Like, him really fighting. Like, I remember him fighting for Yeezus, too, honestly.
Yeezus too. Yeezus
Yeah.
was a different album. Too.
So, like, Kanye is one of the greatest artists to me. Just, damn, I didn't have him in my top 5, huh?
Yeah.
Sorry, but
I was gonna say something about
he's
that.
definitely in that hemisphere. Sorry about that.
I would put him over Snoop, but you're also West Coast. I can't really disrespect.
Here's my argument about Snoop. There was one time I was putting Snoop on my playlist, and I looked up and I had 20 songs. Like, I was just going through his catalog, adding songs, and I was like, damn, did I just add 20 songs to Snoop? I was like, okay, I love Snoop. Like, this thing is legitimately like a big pillar in my like playlist. Like,
That's fair.
for sure.
That's what's up.
Yeah, and I just have to give it to him in the sense of like, he is rap's biggest superstar. There is no like, there.
He's definitely a legend.
He's the
You think
most
so?
recognizable hip hop. Yes, all over the world, Snoop is the most recognizable hip hop global superstar. It's like him.
I think.
and then like second to him is like
I think Drizzy's there, bro.
to.
I think
to
now Drizzy's
Snoop.
there. Yeah.
I doubt it. To Snoop Dogg,
Yeah, I think so.
he'll get there
I think he's there.
with Snoop.
Yeah, bro. I think a lot of people know who Drake is now, especially with his OVO brand is crazy.
I mean, I'm in
It's
Toronto. Who
worldwide.
am I to disagree?
Don't do that now. Don't do that now. You're still on the podcast. We didn't kick you off. Don't do that now.
Season 2, episode 50.
I think,
Hey.
I think he is, bro.
Hey,
I
man.
think he's up there for sure.
Hey,
Because his face is recognizable. His brand is recognizable. That owl
Brother.
is so big, bro.
which one?
The owl
The Owls.
is
Yeah.
huge. It's massive worldwide. I seen that when I went back home.
Oh, Israel.
And don't get me wrong, I still think Snoop is like a legend because of how his branding is. Snoop is very smart at branding,
Yeah.
like marketing wise.
Yeah.
The way he pushed himself. But I feel like, yeah, the owl is there with him, bro. I think it's side by side
Okay.
right now.
It's definitely up for debate.
Yeah.
But yo, you've
West
been an
Coast,
incredible.
man.
Wait, what was I supposed to say? I was like,
All right.
I'm not gonna disagree. What was I supposed to say?
You're in Toronto. You
scared.
that's it. That's
Hey,
it.
I mean,
That's it. That's it.
I'm not gonna go back and forth. I'm just like,
Nah.
hey, you know,
Man, I'm
Nah,
not
you're
gonna pull
good.
up on you.
You're good.
it's good, bro.
You're good.
No,
We're not gonna kick you out a second time. Well, we can't do that.
that's foul,
Yo,
bro.
season 2, episode
Yeah, that
15.
was-
I just got here.
You know what's wild? You made me do that to my dog, too.
That was wild.
Bro, I didn't make you do shit,
He
bro.
was passionate about it too, bro. He insisted that I got kicked out of here.
Yeah, he was bro. He kept saying it.
he is.
It's crazy. I had to talk to him behind the scenes and be like,
I'm a
"Yo,
visionary. I'm a visionary.
Hey,
Yo,
brother.
season 2, episode 15 is amazing. Thank you so much, Ray, for coming
brother,
on.
Thank you.
We have one last question to
Yes,
ask you
sir.
Let's go.
before
We gotta close
leave.
the episode with this question.
We always talk about mental health.
Okay.
Yeah, like, you know, you're doing a lot of stuff and
Mm-hmm.
you've been in this industry for a while, and now, you know, you're at your point where it feels like everything is clicking for you. Things are making sense.
Sure.
You've had a lot of lows.
Yeah.
How do you manage your mental health?
How do I manage my mental health? Definitely the gym. I make sure I'm in the gym at least like 3 to 4 times a week. Family, definitely making sure I'm connected to my family as much as possible. Friendship, making sure like I'm not just invested in my friendships as far as like what we're doing for work, and just like, hey man, what are you doing? Like, what's up with you? How are you? And meaning like, how are you? Not like, what are you doing that can help me?
Yeah.
Like, how
Sometimes
are
you get so caught up in it, you know?
How's your, like, if I ask you, how's your family? I want to know,
You do.
how's your mother? How's your father? Like,
Yeah.
you know, are they well? You know,
Checking up on your people.
checking up on your people. Yeah, that's how I manage my mental health. You know, being a homebody sometimes and just being to myself. My relationship with my significant other, just communication and, you know, getting back to like simple things with that person and making sure we're just doing the little things that keep us going, you know, taking that day by day. There's a lot of different things I do to manage my mental health. I make sure I have my little cheat days. I eat, I cook.
Yeah,
right?
yo, you be cooking up a storm,
yeah.
bro.
Y'all don't even understand. See how happy I got
bro.
with you.
Yeah, I cook.
Y'all don't
Some
even
of the
understand.
craziest food I've ever seen on my socials.
Brother,
I swear.
We didn't even get to that on the pod, huh?
Fuck scenes, bro.
That's a whole nother pod,
That
right?
is a whole
That's
nother
for
pod.
the next podcast in LA.
We gotta come to LA and shoot
Anytime,
another podcast.
brother. You guys
We
are
gotta
always
talk
welcome.
about a lot more, bro.
Always
I wanted to ask you
welcome.
a lot more.
Always welcome. Just to
Maybe
kind of
Diddy
wrap
for
up
that.
this question. Shit, man. Video games. That's a little like guilty pleasure of
You
mine.
get smacked at 2K.
Yeah, whatever.
You're with it.
Yeah, I'm with
You're
it.
down for smoke.
Getting up every day and being creative and going to a job I love is dope. That helps balance out the mental health and things, because I definitely remember working jobs I hated. So
Yeah, it definitely takes a toll on it. You know, makes it harder to manage.
I think it also just brings into perspective, like, when you work a job like mine and you've worked shitty jobs, you have a greater appreciation.
Yeah, like gratitude.
Yeah, you're
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
this shit could be worse.
Although
So like
worse
when
than
you
that,
asked me about like working with like artists and like their crazy visions, it's like, shit, I'd rather speak crazy than be lifting a 50-pound box and hurting my fucking back or whatever the fuck.
Facts, that's
Standing
valid.
up on my feet for 8 hours, like
100%.
I can deal with this shit, right? So
That's
all of
what's
that
up.
type of shit, man. Doing what you love. To close, put a cap on that.
That definitely helps with mental health. That's
Every
what's
little
up.
thing that you
That's
love.
what's up.
Yeah,
Yo, thank you so much for coming on, brother.
you already know.
Yo, you know, I never told you this, but like,
Mm-hmm.
from when I met you, like, I feel like something I
here
appreciate.
comes the groupie side.
I appreciate that, like,
Oh man, hey bro, let this man speak.
yeah, thank you. Let a man live. But anyways, yeah, I appreciate like
Speaking in third
how
person.
knowledgeable you are. You know, like outside of you being well spoken, like you actually like have like a lot of like knowledge and like.
When did you have a
know?
conversation with him?
You were there for like a lot of them.
Man, I couldn't even hear all this good
Respectfully.
stuff you said. Cause you what'd you say? One more time, run that back.
Yeah. That's how much you're fucking interrupting, bro. He couldn't even fucking hear me,
I was
bro.
like, hold on, what was that
shut up,
last
bro.
part?
You just being a groupie.
Nah, but I was just saying like, yo, I appreciate like every time I hear you speak, like like whether it's like business or like you love sharing knowledge.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? And like that's like a dope thing that like is like unique to you.
For sure, man. When I came into this industry, real quick, his cousin was just like an open book with me, and like I never forgot that. Like I always was like,
Which one?
both of them actually.
Oh.
Turn it. Okay.
My bad.
You're good.
Yeah, they both were super like open books with me, and they were both like super blunt. So they kind of raised me in the industry of just like, one, being honest, transparent, and saying what you mean and meaning what you say. and then putting action behind it. You know, one thing Nasri, like the best piece of advice he gave me, and I don't even really think he was giving advice at the time. He was just kind of like talking his shit, but it stuck.
Talking through him.
Yeah, he was talking his shit, but it was like, it stuck with me. He was like, anybody can like say what they can do, but can you fucking deliver? And I was like, delivery. Like, that's why I was like, you know, if you're going to be in this industry, have a trade and an expertise, because you can deliver on that. You know what I'm saying? It's like, don't get into any job in this business that you can't deliver on. You will be fired. Yeah, you will be discovered and fired. Period.
Damn.
Yeah, straight up, bro. That's the music industry. It's ruthless, and it's a lot of people want to get in, man. So you got to be on top of your shit. You got to educate yourself.
Be cold motherfucker.
Yeah, just be on top of your shit, bro. Like, you know, at the end of the day, like, if you're on top of your shit, you're gonna win.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Bigger dreams, dream bigger, baby.
Let's get
Episode
it, baby.
15. Cheers. And we out.
We out. Peace.
Fuck, Matt.